Hey guys, I'm back in my little hole over here and have another thought for you to ponder today on the subject of spiritual warfare. We've been dealing with that verse in 1 Thessalonians where it talks about Paul actually saying, Satan has tried to hinder me. That's Satan's job. He wouldn't be doing his job if he wasn't trying to hinder you. And we try all different ways to try and break through Satan's ways. We try with logic and common sense and just biting the bullet. And we kind of lose most of the time, if you're honest. But the Bible is clear that warfare comes in 3 formats, maybe a few more. But we've been talking about prayer warfare. Thy will be done. The battle of life is not one in the valley, it's one on the hill. Go back and look at that from the other day. And then we spoke about the practical aspect of biblical warfare. Greatest tool we have is the sword of the Spirit. In fact, it's the only tool that we have to fight with Satan. He won't argue with it. He knows he's beaten every time he hears the word of God. So store those words up in your heart. I have one more for you today. I want to call this lifestyle warfare. You know, you can know all that stuff in your head. You can know all about prayer. You can store up all those treasures in your heart of the word of God. But if you choose to live a lifestyle that is not conducive or congruent with what you believe, then it's really a waste of time. And I think probably one of the greatest challenges of warfare in this sense of lifestyle warfare is the tendency that we have to compartmentalize our lives. We tend to put our little lives into compartments where we think, well, it's Sunday today. I'm off to church. I'm going to do my little thing. I'll put on my Sunday smile and my Sunday best, and I'll walk into church, and I'll lift my hands, and I'll put my offering in the offering bag, and I'll do church because it's Sunday. That's the compartment that I'm living in. But at the moment you walk out the church, you get in your car, you put on the next compartment takes over. And you're going to say, well, geez, I don't understand a word that pastor said. And he spoke for so long. He preached for so long. And I don't get it. And didn't he know that I wanted to go to the beach? The sun is shining. And you're in another compartment, which is a compartment of saying, man, I'm just doing that other stuff because it's a ritual that I have to go through. And then you get to get home again. And your kids are restless. And you're tired. And you're grumpy with your wife. And, man, you're in the third compartment, and you kick the cat, and you don't bother to help with the washing, and you're just a grumpy old grouch, and you're in the third compartment. What happened to the first compartment of praise and worship, and what a nice guy am I? Now you're in the third compartment, which is your home compartment, where your guard is down and the real you comes out. And all the facades and the pretenses of what you had before are all kind of gone because you're in the third compartment. And there's Monday, and you're in your car, and you got to work, and you got to deal with the issues of a grumpy boss and a miserable paycheck at the end of the month, and you think, well, I've got to make money. So what's the best way to make money? Is there some devious thing that I can do? Here's a new scheme I could get into, or if I just do this and not that, if I just don't tell anybody, I think I'll get away with it. And you justify it because you're saying, I've got to make a living, you know. Do you? Has God not promised that he will help you and he will feed you like he does the birds of the air and the flowers of the field? Do you really have to make a living like that? But we do that because we're in another compartment. I would love to say to you, and I understand, I'm in the same world as you and live the same kind of stuff as you have to deal with. If we could just live in one compartment, whether it be Sunday morning church or Monday morning at the office, if we could just live in one compartment, that is the God compartment, that is the compartment where we say, thus be the will of God. Let me live for him. Let me glorify him in the words that I say, the attitudes that I have, and the things that I do. Let me encourage other people. Let me not just looking for my own good. Let me look to the good of others. And when we continually and consistently live in that compartment, we find that there's joy in that compartment. The other one is miserable, people. I've been there many times, still go there occasionally myself, and I'm miserable when I'm in those other compartments. But if we could just practice the presence of God wherever we are, when we acknowledge the presence of God, not just acknowledge that God is with us, but when we really live you know, with that fact in our mind that God is here. Whether I'm at work, whether I'm at home, whether I'm with the kids, whether I'm in a traumatic situation, whether I'm in whatever, God is here. And watch what that simple truth does. Satan will run, because he doesn't want to come anywhere near where God is when it comes to you. And warfare will become a way of life that eventually you'll get to win. I hope that kind of makes sense to you guys. I really do. But have a good day. Bye now.